Welcome to HSC Pulse, your one-stop solution for all HSC related topics. I am Srinath Ganesh, experienced HSC professional from various industries such as construction, the oil and gas industries, etc. As part of NEBOSH GIC course series, we are currently under Unit GIC1, Management of Health and Safety, and Element 3, Managing Risk, Understanding People and Processes. Under Element 3, there are totally 8 sub-elements available. Already we have covered 4 sub-elements in the previous uploaded videos. So kindly refer that videos for gathering knowledge related to the previous topics. This video is purely about 3.5 Management of Change. Also, as part of NEBOSH GIC course series, we are going to cover the complete syllabus in the upcoming videos. So kindly subscribe to HSC Pulse so that only further uploaded videos will come as a notification to your YouTube. Let's go into the video and discuss the topic in a detailed manner. Under element 3.5 Management of Change, the following topics are available. What are the types of changes in the workplace? What are the impacts of change? How we can able to manage that impact of change? How we can able to review that change? Types of changes in the workplace. In the world, change is the only thing which does not change. The fast moving environment such as company premises or whatever the organization it is, there are many changes occurring continuously in the world. So that new changes will impose new hazards and new risks in the workplace. So that new risks should be identified and managed effectively. So if not managed effectively, it will lead to further accidents, injuries to the people, it will lead to worsen conditions such as fatality, and it will lead to property damage, it will lead to financial strain for the company. So to avoid all of these things, we should manage the changes effectively. Under what are the circumstances management of change is required? Whenever there is a change in the process, management of change is required. For example, previously, loading unloading process is taken place by manually by the workers. Now, it has been newly implemented in the company that loading and unloading activities will be carried out by the machineries. So, in this case, there is a change in the process. So, in this case, management of change is required. Changes in legal rules and regulations and applicable standards to the company. So, next is whenever there are any changes in the legal rules and regulations, codes and standards applicable to the company, management of change is required. Changes affecting the safety of personnel or changes in the activities being carried out, changes in the products being handled by the company or products being manufactured by the company, management of change is required. Changes affecting the time schedule of the company. Suppose a company is operated daily from morning 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Let's assume. Now, suddenly they are changing the shift timings from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. So in this case, management of change is required. Whenever there are any changes in the materials being handled or any changes in the plant premises or changes in the equipment being used, management of change is required. For example, materials. Up to the current situation, cutting activity is taking place using cutting machine for some of the materials, let's assume such as iron and aluminium. Now, newly one material is introduced for cutting process, which they have not handled it before. Then there needs a serious intervention. Whenever there are any changes in the plant premises, suppose a plant is operated at location A. Now they are relocated to location B. So that new location might pose some new risks. Maybe hospitals are not nearby to the plant. It might be located far away from the plant. Nearer to the plant, there might be any forest available where animals are living in that forest, etc. And changes in the equipment. Suppose previously lathe machine has been used for the machining process. Now upgrading to the lathe machine, CNC machine has been introduced. Now in these cases, management of change is required. Changes in the work practices. In this case also, management of change is required. Impact of change. Due to new changes, operators may lack the operating knowledge of that particular machinery. As I have told earlier, operator is trained to operate the lathe machine. Now, new machines such as CNC machine are introduced to the company means With respect to CNC machine, many programming languages need to be learned by the operator. So in this case, lack of operating knowledge is the main thing. That is the impact. New hazards. New equipment due to automation or any other changes, new hazards may be existing in the machinery. It may affect the productivity and efficiency of the operator. Accidents may happen due to the impact of the new change. Morale of the staff may be lost, and if the change is not managed effectively, it may lead to turnover of staff in a high numbers. These are all the impact of changes which occurs due to changes in the company. Managing the impact of change. First, communication and cooperation. Whenever any new change is coming, you should call all the concerned persons and give a proper communication related to what is the hazards involved, what is the risks involved in that mission, and need to deliver a proper training. So by these methods, you can able to effectively manage the impact of the changes. Carrying out the risk assessment. If one equipment, with the equipment I'll tell you the example. If one equipment is newly purchased and brought to the company means, due to the new equipment operation, who will be affected, what are the existing control measures are there, what are the risks available, what are the existing control measures available, what are the further control measures it is required. So like this we need to analyze and perform the risk assessment in a detailed manner. And for operating the equipment, competent people should be appointed for operating that, so that only we can able to avoid the incidents and further injuries to the people. Segregation of work areas. Whenever any sudden maintenance activities carried out in the location, proper segregation of the work areas should be carried out by providing caution tapes and warning signages, etc. Amendment of emergency procedures. Due to new hazards and new equipment introduction, new hazards will be there. So based on that, emergency procedures should be updated, such as providing signage to the emergency exit, providing the first aiders, providing the fire warden list, and displaying of the contact numbers of the first aiders, fire warden, and emergency response team, etc. By proper welfare provision, such as by providing clean drinking water, adequate number of sanitary provisions, adequate number of washing facilities, and dining hall, well ventilated workplace with adequate lighting and noise-free workplace, etc. By administrative controls, by providing proper training, following the permit to work system, following the safe system of work procedures, providing job rotation, providing frequent rest breaks. So through these techniques, we can able to manage the impact of change in an effective manner. Review of change. Management of change. Whenever it is happened, during the management of change and after, it should be reviewed frequently. First, during the management of change, it should be reviewed to ensure that health and safety risks are controlled effectively, involving all the relevant stakeholders such as managers, engineers, supervisors, workers who are physically doing the job, and if required, any consultants and health and safety specialists, etc. Review should be carried out after update of the relevant risk assessments. Sometimes, due to new equipment, risk assessments will be updated. In that case also, it should be reviewed after the management of change, which is a review should also take place on the completion of the changes to address problems and opportunities presented by the change that has been made, and to highlight learning opportunities for the change management process so that future changes can be carried out in a more effective way. Hope you all had a good overview on the topics discussed in this video. Also, in the upcoming videos, we are going to cover the complete NEBOSH GIC course. Kindly subscribe to HSC Pulse so that only further uploaded videos will come as a notification to your mobile. Thanks for watching.